it's really very hurtful, displaying the people who follow this Wahabi, Najdi, Athari to be dangerous. You know, you're the first person I learned Tawheed from. I have never read anything in your writings or heard anything in your lectures which incited hate or called me to do something bad. You just, likewise, this is what I teach. So the foundation of the argument, these people, and I'm not going to name anybody like we agreed to, is, oh, that's very dangerous. They are in one side of the ummah, but the bulk of the ummah is in the other side. They are dividing. They are very. Is that something that we should buy? I mean, as Muslims, that because those people are following the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ, they are dangerous, or because they are not belonging to the majority? He used the bulk of the ummah. Is that something that we should use?
Well, at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, when the Sahaba were some 60,000 or 80,000, and the time of the Tabi'een, the time of the Tabi'een, yeah, you can use the bulk. At that time, when the bulk was, on the deen, they understood, knew the deen, they were carrying it down from the Prophet ﷺ directly. But now, when you started to get an influx of other nations and beliefs and ideas and concepts, and from other systems, whether from Europe, the philosophical teachings of the Greeks, etc., or from Persia, the Zoroastrians, etc., or the Christian teachings from what is now Turkey, Antioch, and this area. When these things started to come in, and now new ideas started to challenge the Islamic simple and basic understanding of the first three generations, who the Prophet ﷺ warned us that they are the best. They are the best. So when he told us that the best of the ummah are these first three generations, his generation, the ones who came after them, and the ones who came after them, and he told us that clearly. So it means that whenever we have issues and problems, we should go back to their understanding, or whatever contradicts their understanding of the basics of the deen. Because maybe in the dunya, they may have had, understandings concerning science and these other areas which are not correct. They turned out to be not correct, later on. Because they're human beings, they made, just as science is continually evolving, from their time also, there were issues with regards to science that, they held opinions about, which were incorrect. But the teachings of the deen, which is now based on revelation, either from the Quran or from the Sunnah, now what they handed on is Islam. And we should always keep that, and this is why they were called the Salaf, that early generation, the righteous Salaf, because you had also Salaf who were not, they were deviated, etc. But we're talking about the righteous amongst the earlier generations.